Okay guys, we're ready for a while and I'm trying a new video setup. That's why I have food on. Hopefully this camera angle will be okay. If not, I'll have to revert back to my old ways. But I'm always trying something different. So I'm trying a little tripod to see if this will work properly. Can become an overhead view of what's going on. So that's what I'm trying to do. And this is a game between the Eagles and the Kansas City Royals. And it's a game from April the 3rd, April the 23rd, 2016. It's a replay 2016 set. So I got the Baltimore Oriole as played book. It's got the score sheets in there already with the pre-filled lineups. So this is the day that I'm using. So hopefully the overhead view will be okay. We'll find out as the thing goes. Hello, Al, how are you doing? Had a little snafu. See if we can't get that now. All right, so pitching for the Kansas City Royals will be Chris Medlin, and pitching for the Orioles will be Tyler Wilson. And we are stadium. Got the charts all ready to go. And hopefully this camera setup will do okay. I'm sorry, for the Orioles. The audio is breaking up. That problems with that in the past on the internet connection to my phone. That because sometimes it'll go well and sometimes it won't. That's why I do a lot of videos at work, because I seem to have much better reception there. I'm going to try this here. If it messes up too badly, then I may have to cancel the video and just record it offline and post it. Try this online and see if I can get it to work. To see if we can't get something going here. So Joey Rickard is going to be on the bump at the plate. Chris Medlin on the bump, and we'll get going. That's a 9 and an 81. Medlin is in play. One in play against right-handers is well out of range. That's going to be a fly to center. Fly to center, and Joey Rickard. So one away for Manny Machado. A 7. So under Medlin, 7 is patient. And 56, patient 56 against a right-hander. He just missed it. It only goes to 53, so it will be a ground ball to third, and there are 2 outs. And I'm trying to get these cards up to the camera so you can see them. Don't know how well that's happening. I'm trying to watch it on a smaller phone to see what it looks like. And I do see where it looks like it's getting a little choppy. Don't even know if the camera's going well. I may have to go back to my old setup. I'm not sure. All right, let's see here. All right, Adam Jones steps to the plate. Got a 10. 10 under Medlin is tough. So tough 35. Tough 35 against a right-hander is a strikeout. So Adam Jones goes down on strikes, and the Orioles go bye-bye in the first. So we go to the bottom of the first. No score. And Tyler Wilson will be on the bump for the Orioles. And he will be facing Alcides Escobar. Alcides Escobar will lead things off. We got a 12, so right off the bat, that 12 puts it in Tyler Wilson's wheelhouse. And we got a 38, so Alcides Escobar, wheelhouse 38. It's going to be a base hit, 17 to 41. That's a base hit to right, or a base hit. Well, I didn't say where it goes. It doesn't really matter. It's a base hit. That's all that counts. And Alcides Escobar is on, and he's a threat to steal. So we look at Alcides Escobar. He stole 17 bases. His steal rating is a 4. We're going to see if he can get a jump. There is a optional jump chart which I like to use, and it's based on the pitcher hold rating and the runner steal rating. And it's a 4 for Alcides Escobar, and then we'll check the hold rating of Tyler Wilson, do a cross-reference, and see what we've got. Tyler Wilson's hold rating is a 7. So we got 7 for Tyler Wilson, down to 4 for Escobar. That drops us off at a 0 to 56. He will attempt. 57 or 99, he will have to hold. It's a 60, so he cannot get the jump. So Alcides Escobar will not be able to steal. That'll bring up Moustakas. Moustakas, a 7 against Tyler Wilson. A 7 is in play, and a 64. In play, 64. It's going to be a ground ball to second. Potential double play. The 2d6s are a 7. The double play rating on Moustakas is a 10. The double play rating on Tyler Wilson's an 8. 7's less than both, so it is a double play, and we'll rule it a 4-6-3. So 2 quick outs, and that brings up Lorenzo Cain with 2 outs and the base is empty. And that's a 5 for Tyler Wilson, which is going to be in the tough range, and it's a 57. So tough 57 against a righty. Lorenzo Cain actually got a base hit, 52 to 59. Don't know how well it's showing up on the camera, but 52-59 is a base hit. And I may just have to read these cards off and not put them on camera because it may be futile with this new setup. Or experimental setup. It may not be new. I might get rid of it. Who knows? Here's Eric Hosmer. It's a 4. Tyler Wilson 4 is in play. And it's a 0-9. So a 0-9 in play against a right-hander is a 8 to 37. That's a base hit. And a lead die of 1. We'll check the runner advancement chart and see where he goes. Runner on first, lead die of 1, you get a 1 base advancement. So it's only a 1 base advancement. So Hosmer singles, Cain will stop at second. Runners are at first and second, 2 outs. And Kendrys Morales. And that's a 8 under Wilson, which is tough. Tough 39. 39 is a strikeout. Kendrys Morales is out on strikes. And the Royals go down in the first. So they threatened, but a double play really put the kibosh on it. And after 1 complete, we are scoreless here at Kauffman Stadium. Guys, can you see the cards when I hold them up to the camera? I'm trying to determine, if I need to hold them up higher or what. They probably look a little fuzzy. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm trying to use this overhead view, and I may have to go back to a ground level view. I don't know. But if you can give me some feedback, yay or nay, I would appreciate that so I can try to improve. So Chris Davis is going to lead things off against Chris Medlin. 2 Chris's. It's a 5. 5 is tough. Tough and a 35. Tough 35 for Chris Davis is a strikeout. So Chris Davis is out on strikes. Here's Mark Trumbo. Trumbo, a 4 for Chris Medlin, is tough again. It's a 48. Tough 48 is another strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts. Brings up Matt Wieters. Matt Wieters. Medlin, a 12 is a wheelhouse, but it's a 92. So even in the wheelhouse, Matt Wieters isn't going to get a hit on 92. 92 is going to take it to a ground ball to short. So he missed his pitch. Grounds it to Escobar instead. And the Orioles go down 1-2-3 here in the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Here's Alex Gordon to lead things off against Tyler Wilson. This is an 8 for Wilson, which is tough. And it's a 71. That was a 1 there. 71 for Alex Gordon, tough. 71, he barely got it, the last number on the single. And it's a base hit. Base hit for Alex Gordon. Alex Gordon gets a base hit. Here's Salvador Perez. That's an 8 for Tyler Wilson. 8 is tough. And it's a 13. So a tough 13 is going to be a strikeout. Those low numbers in the tough category yield to a strikeout every time. 1 away, and here's Omar Infante. It's a 6 for Tyler Wilson, and Tyler Wilson's 6 is patient. and it's a 73, so Omar Infante, patient, doesn't go that high. 73 is a ground ball to second, and there's 2 away. Actually, no, it's a run on first, so I need to check for a double play. And it's a 6, so Infante's double play rating is a 6. That's equal to that. 6 is less than the 8 from Tyler Wilson, so it's actually going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Another double play turned by the Orioles, and that ends the inning. So they've used the double play to their benefit very effectively. Played 2 innings, and we're still scoreless. Here's J.J. Hardy. That's a 9, so Medlin. 9 is in play, and it's a 71. In play 71, way out of range. 71's a ground ball to second. And there's 1 away. Here's Jonathan Scope. Jonathan Scope. It's a 5 for Medlin, which is tough, and a 44. Tough 44 for Scope is a strikeout. So there's 2 away. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Young Soo Kim. And that's an 8 under Medlin. That is Patient. And an 83. So Patient 83, it only goes to 70. 83 will drop it down to a ground ball to short. And that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Orioles. 9 up, 9 down for them. We go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless. And number 9 hitter, Jared Dyson, will step up to start the festivities against Tyler Wilson. We got a 6 for Tyler Wilson, which is Patient. And we got a 27, so 27 Patient will be a walk for Jared Dyson. And he is certainly a threat to steal. Jared Dyson's a 7 on his stolen base, and we already know Tyler Wilson is a hold of 7. So 7 cross-reference to 7. A 0 to 70, he'll get to go. So he's going for the jump. Has to be 70 or less. And it is. It's a 58, so he will get the jump and he will go. So we check the stolen base characteristics, and we see that Matt Wieters, his throwing arm, he is an arm rating of let's find it here. Arm rating of, he's arm rating of 3. So he's a 3. Jared Dyson, steal rating is a B. So we look under here for B3, and B3 falls into this second column right here. Roll 2 D10s and see what we get. It's a 23, so a 23. He's caught. How about that? 13 to 26 is a caught stealing. That's a 23. He's caught stealing. So Jared Dyson tried to go, didn't work. He's erased. That'll bring up Alcides Escobar. Escobar 6 against Wilson is Patient, and it's an 85. Patient 85 is going to be a ground ball to short. 2 down. 2 down, and Mike Moustakas the batter. And we get a 10 and a 1 and a 10. 10 and a 10. How about that? 10 is defense, so we're going to check the defensive chart and see who's being checked on. And it was a 10, so that's the range of the second baseman, and that's Jonathan Scope. So Jonathan Scope, his range, Jonathan Scope's range is a C. So he's a C range. If we look at Kauffman Stadium, that means a 1 through 48 will be a hit. Anything else will be an out. So 1 to 48, and he will get himself a hit. It's a 4, so he's definitely out. And we'll roll the 2d6s just to see what kind of out it is. It's a 7. So on the out chart, a 7 is a ground ball. It says fielder's choice, but nobody's on base. It's just a simple ground out. And we're through three innings here at Kauffman Stadium, and we're still scoreless. Chris Medlin back on the mound. Will be facing Joey Rickard, top of the order. Rickard, it's a 7 against Medlin, which is Patient. And it's a 39. So Patient 39 for Rickard. That's going to be a base hit. That's a single, 33 to 49. So Rickard will get himself a single to lead things off. He's not really a threat to steal, so he's not going anywhere. That'll bring up Manny Machado. Machado, it's a 6 and a 41. 6 is patient. Patient 41. Patient 41 is a base hit for Machado. Lead die of 2. And for runner advancement purposes, gets 2 bases. Runner on first, lead die of 2, you get 2 bases. So Machado singles. That will move Rickard to third. Runners are at the corners, nobody out. The Orioles have something the top of the 4th for Adam Jones. And that's a 12. That's under the wheelhouse again. That's not good for Chris Medlin. And it's a 28. So 28 wheelhouse Adam Jones. That's a 3-run home run for Adam Jones. So Adam Jones just took Chris Medlin deep in the wheelhouse for a 3-run shot to break up the scoreless tie. It's 3-0 Orioles just that quickly. And there's still nobody out. That brings up Chris Davis. Davis, a 3, and that's a defensive check on Medlin, and that's a 79. So we'll check the defensive chart. 79 is an error check on the shortstop, Alcides Escobar. Alcides Escobar has an error rating of 3. So we go to Kauffman Stadium, look at the error rating of 3. 1 to 35, it'll be an error. Anything higher than that, he'll make the play. It's a 63, so he made the play. Let's see what happens, what kind of an out it is. It's a 4, and on the out chart, 4 to the shortstop is actually a line out. He's going to line out to Escobar, 1 away. And we'll go to Mark Trumbo. Mark Trumbo. It's an 8 for Medlin. 8 is patient. 70. Patient 70 is going to be a fly to center. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up Matt Wieters. Matt Wieters. Medlin, a 10. 10 is tough. Tough 93. 93 is going to be a fly to left. Matt Wieters flies to flies to Gordon and left. The inning's over, but the Orioles pick up 3 on the 3-run homer by Adam Jones. And they take a 3-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Brings up Lorenzo Cain. Cain, a 4 against Tyler Wilson, which is in play, and a 2, 0-2. So in play and a 2 is going to be a double for Lorenzo Cain. He starts out the bottom of the 4th with a double. And that'll bring up Eric Hosmer. Hosmer, a 9. 9 is going to be ballpark. So we're going to go to the ballpark. And the wheelhouse rating for a left-handed batter is 1 to 32. This is a 20, so we've got a wheelhouse check for Eric Hosmer. Eric Hosmer found one in his wheelhouse. It's a 31, so that's going to be a 2-run shot for Eric Hosmer, as that 1 to 43 in his wheelhouse produces a home run. So Eric Hosmer goes deep, and the Royals get right back in the game. It's only 3 to 2, thanks to that 2-run homer. Brings up Kendrys Morales. It's a 4 for Wilson, which is in play, and a 9, 0-9. So an in play 0-9 is a base hit for Kendrys Morales. And if you guys would rather me just read the results off rather than trying to put the cards on camera and whatnot, let me know that too. That would be smoother. I can do that as well. I do like to try to show the cards as much as possible so that you can see what I'm looking at. 5 is tough. 3 for Alex Gordon. Tough 63 is a strikeout. So Alex Gordon out on strikes for 1 away for Salvador Perez. That's a 6, which is patient for Wilson. And a 59. Patient 59 is out. 59 is a fly ball to right off of the batter Perez. 2 down. And that'll bring up Omar Infante. Infante, a 4, is in play, and a 43. In play 43 is out of range. 43 is going to be a pop second, so he pops it up to scope. And the inning is over. But the Royals put a 2 spot on the board thanks to the home run by Eric Hosmer. We go to the 5th. It's Orioles 3, Royals 2. And J.J. Hardy. Bottom third of the Orioles order will lead things off. It's Medlin, which is patient. Patient 35. Patient 35 is a base hit for Hardy, 30 to 47. He found it, a base hit. Leadoff single. Hardy did not steal a base all year, so he's not going to try now. It'll be Jonathan Scope. It's a 7, which is Patient. Obviously, he walked a lot of guys because he's got Patient in the 6, 7, and 8 ranges here, so that certainly seems to make sense. 20 walks in 24 innings. That certainly is the reason why. So it's Patient 31 for Scope. Patient 31, that's actually going to be a base hit. So he found a base hit, and a lead dive 1, that's a 1 base advancement for Hardy. Puts runners at first and second with nobody out for Hyun-Soo Kim. Hyun-Soo Kim, not a very good bunter, so he's going to swing away. It's a 5, which this time for Medlin is tough. And it's a 0-3, and with those low numbers in the tough, that's a strikeout. So Kim down on strikes, brings up the top of the order, and Joey Rickard. Rickard, a 6 and a 42. 6 is Patient. Patient 42 is a base hit. Base hit. Lead dive 2 with the runner on second. Lead dive 2, runner on second, he scores. So that is a base hit for Rickard. And Hardy will come in to score. And Jonathan Scope, I guess he'll have to stop at second. Didn't really say, or can't really tell from the way it's written here, but because it talks about the lead runner, not the other runners. So we're going to say he stops at second. But the Orioles now get one of the runs back, and they lead 4-2 with runners at first and second and 1 out for Manny Machado. Machado, a 6. 6 again is Patient, 26. That's a walk. A walk has now loaded the bases. Bases are loaded with 1 out. And the heart of the order coming up for the Orioles, it'll be Adam Jones. And Jones had that big 3-run homer his last time up. Could he do it again? 8. 8 is Patient. Patient 90. 90 is a ground ball to short. 2D6s are an 8. His double play rating here is an 8. Double play for Medlin's a 10, so he's definitely within range there. That is going to be a double play. So a double play, 6-4-3, gets the Royals out of further damage, as Adam Jones could not deliver and keeps the Orioles to only 1 run. It's 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. And Tyler Wilson steps to the plate to face Jared Dyson. It's a 9, which is on Tyler Wilson's card is a ballpark. And it's a 25, so that means we are in the wheelhouse because Kauffman Stadium is 1-32. So Jared Dyson has found one in his wheelhouse. But he's not a power hitter, so probably not going to get a home run. It's a 59. He won't even get a hit. Wheelhouse only goes to 34, so 59 is going to be a simple fly to right field. Call it warning track power, and there's 1 away. Back to the top of the order for Alcides Escobar. Escobar, it's an 8 for Wilson, which is tough. Tough 41. Tough 41 is a base hit for Escobar. 36-47. He got himself a base hit. He's 2 for 3. And that will bring up Mike Moustakas. It's an 11, which is going to be in play for Tyler Wilson, and it's a 32. In play 32 is out of range. In play 32 is a ground ball back to the mound. And with a 11, that means the runners are going to advance. So Escobar will make it to second, and it's just simply a 1-3 ground out for out number 2. As Tyler Wilson took the shore out. Escobar's in scoring position with 2 outs for Lorenzo Cain. And that's a 10, which is defensive check. And it's a 36. So on the defensive chart, a 36 is an error check on the pitcher. So Tyler Wilson, his error rating, fielding rating error is a 1, which means he made a lot of errors. Because if you roll a 1 to 51, you'll get an error. So chance here for an error for sure if it's a 51 or less. It is a 48. It will be an error. Let's roll the 2d6s to see what kind of an error. It's a 4. So an error on a 4 for the pitcher is a 2-base error according to this chart. I'm looking at this error chart, and it's under pitcher, and it's a number 4. It's a 2-base error. So 2-base error means Escobar is going to score from second base. It's an unearned run, but it's an E1, and the Royals now cut the lead back to 4-3 as Tyler Wilson having issues in the field. Brings up Eric Hosmer, the runner at second and 2 outs. We got a 9, which is ballpark, and an 87, so we're in play. We know an 87 check for a ballpark, that's going to be an in play for Hosmer. It's a 67 in play, so that's well out of range. It's a ground ball to second, and the inning is over. But Kansas City got a run back, and after 5 complete, it is 4-3 Orioles. And now we're in the 6th inning. That's going to be the fatigue inning for both pitchers, so bullpens are going to be active. Chris Davis will lead things off against Medlin, and Luke Hochevar is loosening in the Royals bullpen. It's an 8, which is patient, and 29. So Chris Davis, patient 29, will be a walk. So a walk to Chris Davis. And that'll bring up Mark Trumbo. I almost called him Mac. It's Mark Trumbo. That's a 6, which again is patient. Patient 36. That's going to be another walk. And that may be as far as the Royals want to go with Medlin. 2 straight walks is not a good sign. That's a red flag. So he will be coming out, and Luke Hochevar will be taking over. So Luke Hochevar is the new Royal pitcher. Luke Hochevar is... They had seen enough of Medlin after the 2 consecutive walks. Ned Yost didn't want to see any more. All right, so he's facing off against Matt Wieters. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And Hochevar, an 11 is tough under Hochevar. And it's a 13. Tough 13 is a strikeout. So Hochevar comes in meaning business, and he strikes out Matt Wieters to start his run in the bullpen, or in the ball game from the bullpen. It's a 7 and a 14. 7 is patient, but a 14 is going to be another walk. So J.J. Hardy has walked, and that will load the bases. Bases are loaded with 1 out, and Jonathan Scope, the batter, as Hochevar tries to get out of this mess. It's a 12. 12 is tough. Tough 63. Tough 63 is out of range. 63 is a fly to right. Now let's check and see if it's a sacrifice fly to right. We go to our out chart on the 2D6s, and it's a 12. So that means short fly DP, which means if the outfielder has an arm of 5 or less, he catches a short fly and throws out the lead runner. So let's see who the outfielder is in this particular case with a 63. It's a fly to right. So the right fielder's arm, or right fielder in this case, is Jared Dyson. Let's check his arm rating. He has an arm of 4, not 5. So it will not be a double play. It'll simply be a short fly, and the runners have to hold. So Jared Dyson, not quite the strong enough arm to get to induce that double play on the fly out. So it'll simply be a fly out with no advancement. Bases are still loaded with 2 outs for Hyun-Soo Kim. It's a 4. 4 is tough. Tough and 18 is a strikeout. So Luke Hochevar came in and saved the day for the Royals, at least in the 6th inning. Gets out of it with nothing else across. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still a 4-3 ball game, and the Oriole bullpen is definitely loosening down there. Darren O'Day is loosening for the Orioles. Here's Morales to lead off. It's a 6. 6 against Tyler Wilson is patient. It's a 51. Patient 51 is a base hit for Kendry Morales. A single for Morales. And that'll bring up Alex Gordon. That's a 7, which is in play on Tyler Wilson. And it's a 52, so a 52 in play. On a third, could be a double play. It's a 7 there. Double play rating on Gordon's an 8. Double play rating on Wilson's an 8. That is a double play. So that is a round the horn 5-4-3 double play. That is the 3rd double play turned by the Orioles in this game. Definitely been Tyler Wilson's best friend. 2 down for Salvador Perez. It's a 9, which is the ballpark check. Tyler Wilson's 9 is ballpark. And we got a 6, so we know we're in the wheelhouse. So we put one in Salvador Perez's wheelhouse. If it's a 1 to 31, we got a tie ball game. It's a 68, so we got a break. 68 is actually going to be a ground out to second, as Salvador Perez totally missed his meatball pitch and ends up grounding out to Scope to end the inning. So Tyler Wilson escapes again. We go to the 7th. Still 4 to 3 Orioles. And Joey Rickert sorry guys, I just caught up the chat or whatever. It just didn't work for me. Now all of a sudden it's done it. Tony, I can figure out where I got that from. I think one of the Earls gave me that link to that or somewhere, or if not, I can scan it and put it on my Facebook page or attach it, somehow figure out how to attach it to this video. I don't know. If you send me your email, I can certainly email it to you so that you can have that. All right, since you said I don't need to hold the cards up anymore, that might be a little annoying, so I'll go ahead to try to speed up the game and just read them off as they go. I'll hold up the charts, just not the cards. All right, so leading off will be Joey Rickard, top of the 7th. And it's a 12, and that's tough under Hochevar, and a 34. Tough 34 is a strikeout. So Joey Rickard is out on strikes. Out on strikes. I forgot a lot of you guys just like to listen in, and maybe you're working or doing something else, so you're not really looking at the video anyway. Here's Machado. It's a 9, which is ballpark, and it's a 35. So 35 for Kauffman Stadium, and it's a right-handed batter. 1 to 40 is the ballpark wheelhouse, so we're in Manny Machado's wheelhouse. Not a good place to be if you're Luke Hochevar. The wheelhouse for Manny Machado, 1 to 62 is a homer. That's a 48. That's a home run for Manny Machado. So Machado goes deep and puts the Orioles ahead 5 to 3. Thanks to that wheelhouse check. Oh, cool, Tony. Maybe that's where I got it from. It's been a long time since I've gotten the, since I printed that off. So that's probably where I got it from too. Now that you mention it, a lot of good stuff on the freebie site. All right, here's Adam Jones. It's a 3, which is wheelhouse on Hochevar. He put it in the wheelhouse again, and you got a 0-1. So we know what that's going to be. That's going to be a back-to-back jack as Adam Jones goes deep again. His second home run of the game. And the Orioles with 2 solo homers lead at 6 to 3, and the Royal bullpen is up again. Here's Chris Davis. It's a 10, which is tough. Tough 26. That's a strikeout. So Chris Davis is out of there. 2 down for Mark Trumbo. They're trying to get Hochevar through the inning. It's a 9, which is in play. 97. That's going to be a fly to left. And the inning's over, but the Orioles pick up 2 runs on 2 solo homers, 1 by Machado, 1 by Jones. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is Baltimore 6 and Kansas City 3. And Tyler Wilson's day is done. Darren O'Day will be coming in to pitch. Darren O'Day. And if he had a brother on the team in the bullpen, then I guess you could call them the O'Days. Maybe they can sing very good. I don't know. As opposed to the OJs. Call them the O'Days. All right, here's Omar. And yes, it's been a long game. All right, here's Omar Infante. Break out the puns. You know I'm in trouble. 10 is tough. Tough 99. That's going to be a fly to left. 1 away. That'll bring up Jared Dyson. So Dyson, it's a 7, which against O'Day is tough. Tough 75 is going to be a fly to center. 2 down for Alcides Escobar. Escobar, it's a 7, which is tough, and a 33. And that's the last number on his strikeout is a 33. If it had been a 34, he would have doubled. But a 33 places it on the strikeout list. The inning is over. So we go to the 8th, and we'll get a new pitcher for the Royals. And it'll be Joakim Soria. Joakim Soria is in for the Hochevar. Got him out of that 1 jam, but then gave up back-to-back jacks last inning. So Ned Yost had seen enough. And it's time to bring in Joaquin Wieters. Wieters go for it's a 3, patient and a patient 75. It's going to be a fly to center. So 0 for 4. Not a good day for Mr. Wieters. Here's J.J. Hardy, 7, and that's tough. 6. Tough 26 for J.J. Hardy is a strike. So 2 down for Jonathan Scope. Jonathan Scope. It is a 5, which is ballpark, and a 91, so that means we're in play. So Jonathan Scope gets an in-play check. And we get a 41. 41 in play is a ground ball back to the mound. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Soria. At the bottom of the 8th, it is still a 6-3 ball game. Mike Moustakas is up for the Royals. In fact, they got a couple of lefties up. I wonder if they would go to their lefty out of the bullpen. But TJ McFarland's not very good, so they're going to stick with the right-hander OD. Give him another inning, see what he can do. Buck Showalter showing confidence. It's 6, which is ballpark, 47. That is going to be an in-play check because it only goes to 32 for a wheelhouse. So in-play 84 for Moustakas is going to be a ground ball to short. 1 away. 1 down. It's a 9 for O'Day, which is tough, and a tough and a 14, that is a strikeout. When you get those low numbers on tough, you're talking strikeouts. So 2 up, 2 down for Eric Hosmer. Hosmer, it's a 6, which is ballpark, and a 69, so we have another in-play check. And the in-play 41 is going to be just out of range. It's a pop-up to Jonathan Scope to end the 8th inning. So we go to the 9th. It's still 6-3 in favor of Baltimore. Soria for his 2nd inning of work. And we'll be looking at Hyun-Soo Kim. That's an 8 off of Soria, which is tough. Tough 89. Tough 89 is a fly to left. So there's 1 away for Joey Rickert. And of course, Zach Britton's in the bullpen loosening for the Orioles to try to nail it down. All right, it's a 7 for Soria, which is tough. Tough 73 is a ground ball to second. So Rickert is out of there. 2 down. Here's Machado. He homered his last time up off of Hochever. And it's a 6, which is tough. Tough will be a fly to right. So Soria came in and got all 6 batters he faced to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th. Let's see here. Zach Britton did pitch 1 inning in the previous game, but I think he's still okay to pitch another inning. So Zach Britton's coming in. See if he can't record the save. On the season, he has 7 saves, so this would be save number 8 if he could get it here on April the 23rd. He's going for save number 8. And he's going to be facing the switch hitting Kendrys Morales, and then Gordon and Perez to follow. So Zach, he was perfect on the 16 season in saves. He's going to try to keep that record going. And starting things off, it'll be Kendrys Morales, turnaround bat right-handed. And it's a 5, which is tough. Tough and a 1 is definitely a strikeout. Not messing around, gets the strikeout. Here's Alex Gordon. Gordon, it's an 83, a 6 and a 6 is in play, but an 83 is going to take it to a fly to center. And Gordon is out of there. 2 down. Last chance, Salvador Perez. 6, which is in play, and a 30. Salvador Perez in play 30 against a lefty is out of, goes to 25. Against being in play, but it only goes to 25, so that 30 amount is going to be a pop-up to the first baseman, Chris Davis, and the ball game is over. With the victory, their victory of 6-3. Let's see what their season record now is. They are now going to be 11-5 on the season as they win it by the score of 6-3. And what I've got here with the book is it's got a place to put the daily schedule and the results. So I've got to write in here the winning pitcher, which in this case is Tyler Wilson, and then the losing pitcher would be most likely it's Medlin, and then the save would go to his 8th. So that's a good place to keep your running total. Finish off the sweep. I'm sorry, they go in tomorrow's game, the 24th, against Kansas City. They will go for the sweep here at Kauffman Stadium. So, like I said, I was playing this quite a bit, and I got away from it, doing other things. Obviously, you can't play with games in so few times. But I decided I'm going to do a payoff pitch game today, and I decided to go ahead and pull this one out. So I may offline go back and start playing some of this again because payoff pitch is such a great game, and I like having this score sheet with all the as-played lineups on it, and see how we can move on with the Orioles season. Saves in 16 games, he's got 8 saves. He's been perfect in that regard, and Manny has been a beast on the season. So I'm hoping that this new setup with this elevated camera was okay. I generally like to have it, in the past I've had it right here, we can see the cards all that well, but I notice a lot of people when they do videos have an overhead, so I was just trying it. If it works, it does. If it doesn't, I'll go back to do what I was doing previously, which is just having it right in front of my dice tray at ground and going that direction. But I'll leave that up to feedback and whatnot, and I'll go back and watch it myself and see what I think of the view. Not the TV show The View, but this view of this game. You don't want to know what I think of the TV show The View. That's a whole different, that's a video for a different time. All I can say about that is whoopee. Not. All right, so that's going to do it here for Payoff Pitch. If you never tried Payoff Pitch, I would highly recommend it. It's a great game. You get each role of the pitcher and batter is involved. It's not one of these 50-50 games like some of the other ones are. You know, if you're the pitcher and the batter, you're both going to get your shot at it. So that certainly is a benefit. Some of the charts can be a little confusing on runner advancement if you're not familiar with it all that much. But it's a pretty slow learning curve. But Payoff Pitch by Joe Bryant, PT Games, it's definitely up there on the list as far as my favorite games. Of course, you know, Stratomatic and History Maker Baseball are up there as well. And Replay Baseball has its place. I don't get to play that quite as much as I like either. Just one of those things where you don't get to play everything you want to play. It's just the way it works out. I'm sure other people can relate. So, I hope you guys enjoyed Payoff Pitch. This presentation of Payoff Pitch was probably, I'll have to go back and look at the beginning especially because I was trying to get used to this camera and showing the cards. And I had a couple of false starts when I was trying to start the videos and it wasn't working well for me. So I may try this again. I may not. As far as this overhead thing, I may just go back to what I know and go from there. Hopefully the video wasn't too choppy, particularly as the game went along. And hopefully you enjoyed seeing Payoff Pitch Baseball. Don't get to see a lot of videos on Payoff Pitch because there's so many videos of Strat and APA and probably History Maker, the top three that probably have videos for them. So, yeah, that's pretty much about it. D. Scott, I just read your comment about the trade, the Jones-Bedard trade. I think the Mariners would kind of like to have that one back. Because if I remember correctly, Bedard was pretty much a bust. But there's been, you know, those kind of trades throughout baseball history. Go back to the Lou Brock, Ernie Broglio trade of 1964. I think the Cubs would love to have that back. And then, you know, there's probably some other infamous ones as well that throughout baseball history. But you don't know, you know, when you make the trade at the time, I guess you don't really know how it's going to turn out. So you take your chances, and that's why GMs get hired and fired because of that. So I'm done from here, but if you guys want to hang around and chat, I'm good with that. If you guys got things you want to do, I'm good with that too. It's all up to you guys, because I'm probably going to go play another game offline, I'm not sure what I might do replay baseball. I haven't decided yet exactly what I'm going to do with that. I've already done History Maker today, the Atlanta Braves game 120. Actually, I think it was 121 that I did, so got that out of the way. And there's also, for anybody that's not familiar, Espo Strat and myself are trying to co-opt on a 1967 American League replay, and last night I did the opening day Yankees and Senators, and I've got another game to do for opening day. It's actually on the next day in the calendar, but it's still the opening day, and that's the Detroit Tigers and the California Angels. So I might do that too. So got lots of things on the brain to want to do, but it's just a matter of getting out there and figuring out which one is the best to do. So let's see here. Yes, Tony, the view definitely does stink. You can probably go with a stronger word than hey. Yes, Tony, I was a Padre fan